Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. The 20. 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
36. Back. 22.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
24 down, coming. 24. Check. 24 down, coming. Hey, we got to snap it. We got to stand it.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
6-0 our score after one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, alert. Check 4. Check 24. Check nickel. Down the road.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
We're set. 18. 24. Alert! He's checking 29. Down, go!
On 2nd down, Dobbins. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Check 3. 24. He's coming. We got double up.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
1st down, Chargers.
What is that? 19. Hey, let's get this. Get the car. Switch. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, alert.
From the red zone now, Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
He's set. 19. 49 for Mike. 65. 24. Check 13.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Set. Now the wolf. Mike 54. Go, go, go. Hopper. Hopper.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Check 43. Hey, 59.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Watch the win. Get the boys down. He's coming.
After the interception, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
We're set. 54. Go. 26 Mike. I'm coming. Check. 55. Check out.
Throwing again on second down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, read.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
All day, baby, all day. Hey, watch it. Watch.
Watson on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, 31! Watch Kubi's up! Big ass. Check the hot.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. The ball is out. Watson lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do. but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 66. Pull it. Now. Press zone. Switch.
On second down now. It's Ramsey, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. That is caught by Cohen. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the return just got across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Undercrush. You go tight. You got tight. Check.
On first down, Dobbins. And the ball is knocked out. Well, this is picked up by the Bills. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go. Please, tighten up.
On 3rd and 1. Jackson looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 1984. 49, guys. Mike. I got you, pump. Check. 31. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Watch twins. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 31.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert 3.
On 2nd down, Dobbins, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
26 Mike. All right. 24. Hey, let's get there. Check 3.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 49, check 49. Shoot, watch the shoot. Let him go. Let him go.
They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check. Watch the safety creep.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score, Chargers 20, Bills 6.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shit. 26.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, check 24. Watch the twist.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Line him up. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Line him up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight dog. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the